This is a cute little 6-sided end table. Today I will be glazing these gray doors here. The body is black. There's one door. It looks like there's two, but there's just one, and there's some really nice hardware to complement it. I'm using charcoal to glaze it from Retique. The Glaze and Stain, it's a water base. Now the top has already been stained using charcoal from the Retique Stain and Glaze. And I put some graining on it. I used liquid wood and then stained it. And that lid, the top, which I call a lid because it can be lifted out, is going to be the main advertising part. But I'll show you that another time. But for now, I'm just going to glaze with charcoal. And then I'm going to wipe off with a rag. I'm using a brush and just basically painting it on. And then I will wipe it off. Now I have to work really quickly because this is water-based and it dries really fast. So keep that in mind if you use a water-based stain or glaze. And it'll end up a little darker than you're expecting because it will start drying right when you apply it. But it's okay with me for this piece because that's the look I'm going for. Now, when glazing or something similar, when you're trying to make something look old, look antique, you're not going for perfect. Perfectionism is not what you want when you're doing something like this. When something gets old, it doesn't get old perfectly, correct? When I look in the mirror, that just confirms that for me. Old is not perfect, but we can make it look pretty, and we will work toward that goal. Here I decided I wanted the center part right there to be a little darker, so I'm just adding a little bit more to it, and then I'll wipe it off, and then if that's still not dark enough, I will take my nearly dry brush and then go over it again just to add a little bit more color. Once you learn your products, you get used to how they work, it gets way easier, so don't be intimidated when it comes to playing around with your product. It's just something you need to do to learn what it will do for you. Now, the same thing goes for your tools. I have used these Retique Wonder Brushes a lot, so I know exactly how I can count on them to perform. The same with all your other tools. Just use them and get used to them. And by the way, good doesn't necessarily mean expensive. These Wonder Brushes are super inexpensive, but they work really great.